It's a warm welcome to you viewers as we meet on this week's episode of Crime Watch, a program brought to you by your police service, the Zimbabwe Republic Police, to inform you of our roles and operations. I'm your host, Tendeka Dandarasi, with Agnes Mutetwa on the sign language desk. With the increase of COVID-19 cases across the country, we urge you to strictly adhere to COVID-19 preventive protocols and guidelines. Despite awareness campaigns being conducted by the ZRP and other organizations to curb the spread of COVID-19, some people are still flouting these regulations, increasing the risk of the spread of this deadly disease, which has taken many lives. As the Zimbabwe Republic Police, will continue to enforce these regulations. Moving on, the Commissioner General of Police, Tandavantu Godin Matanga, recently made a presentation on police's contribution to the national security of Zimbabwe at the National Defense University in Harare.
I am pleased to report that the Zimbabwe Republic Police recorded a total of 359,513 cases in the year 2020 compared to 435,579 cases received in the year 2019. This reflects a 17% reduction in general crime. While the country has enjoyed a reduction in general crime in the previous year, it is worrisome that crimes such as armed robbery, murder, gender-based violence are on the rise. As an organization, we continue to heighten our vigilance, heighten intelligence-led policing, increase visibility through foot, cycle, and motorized patrols, intensify awareness campaigns, and continue to lobby government for the requisite tools of the trade to effectively annihilate crime. Corruption has become a threat to national security by virtue of the huge scale by which it saps public resources, undermines the morale of citizens, and affects delivery of quality basic services. The impact of corruption has far-reaching effects on the capacity of the state to ensure peace and security. Corruption has the potential to undermine the democratic foundation of a nation. In Zimbabwe, we have witnessed the proliferation of land barons, smuggling of precious minerals, abuse of COVID-19 funds, to mention just a few acts of corruption debilitating our country. The Zimbabwe Republic Police, therefore, has continued to play a pivotal role in curbing acts of corruption both within the organization and the greater society.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police does not condone any criminal activities by its members. Such criminal acts are not treated with any lenience. Recently, police in Marondera arrested a police officer who was found in possession of 6 bags of daka and has since been taken to court.
On 8 July 2021, around 1600 hours, we received information that there was a blue Toyota Sienna which was carrying bags of daka and was being driven from Macheke towards Harare. I came up with 3 teams that I deployed, which then intercepted the accused person at Unyani, signaled him to stop, but he did not take hit. We followed the accused person, who proceeded on a red robot at Dombotombo Tenof. He was intercepted by my teams, where he was arrested. Upon arrest, we discovered that the accused person was Berlin Lombojuku, aged 29 years, of Zengeza 3 in Fiu, Chituta. The vehicle was searched and we recovered 6 by 90 kgs of prepaid daka. The daka weighed 143.95 kgs and the street value is approximately 14,300 United States dollars.
ZRP Dombotombo recently arrested an 18-year-old girl for stabbing her father twice with a kitchen knife in a bid to rescue her mother.
Recently, a report was received at Dombotombo police station whereby a teenage aged 18 Winnie Shitida stabbed her father, Watson Shitida, with a kitchen knife, once in the stomach, once at the right shoulder, in a bid to try to rescue a mother who was being assaulted by Chitida. The victim was referred to Paranational Hospital, where his condition is still critical. The accused person, Chitida, was arrested and has since appeared at Marunda Magistrate Court.
As a community leader here in Dombotombo, we are advising the couples, husband and wife, not to resort to domestic violence. We are also encouraging the youth to be well composed and to be conformed to law, not to take the law into their own hands.
We urge you to shun all forms of violence and solve your disputes amicably. On that note, we take a short break. Join us shortly. Welcome to the second segment of Crime Watch. ZRP Mutare Traffic seized a Ford Ranger vehicle which had been smuggled into the country.
We came across a motor vehicle, a wild track Ford Ranger double cab being driven by Raymond Joa of Greystone Park in Harare. Upon request of importation papers, nothing was produced to that effect. Upon verification, we discovered that the motor vehicle was smuggled from South Africa without any relevant papers. Investigations are in progress at CID Mutare.
In a similar case, police in Bulawayo recovered a motor vehicle which had been reported stolen in South Africa, Mamelodi East Police, and arrested 2 suspects.
Behind me is a Quantum which was recovered through an operation which was conducted by our Zimbabwe Republic Police, Bulawayo Central Traffic Section. This was on Monday, the 19th of July 2021. At 21 km peg along Bulawayo Bedbridge Road, they intercepted this Quantum being driven by Nkoslo Musa Ndlovu, aged 35, and in the company of Wiseman Ndlovu, aged 39, who were coming from South Africa. Police officers became suspicious because of the ban on intercity travel. Upon interview, it was discovered that they did not have papers that authorized or permitted them by the owner to use this vehicle into Zimbabwe. Another man came who is a representative of a trekking company who indicated that the vehicle was reported stolen in South Africa. Wiseman Ndlovu and Nkoslo Musa are currently held by the police, assisting police with investigations.
In Manicaland Province, police arrested Emmanuel Murepa, aged 33, and Philip Matia, aged 42, for a series of unlawful entry into premises and theft cases.
On the 1st of July 2021, we received information that a non-criminal was seen walking towards Rangamvura. We made a follow-up and caught up with him at Mutare Teachers College. We brought him to station for interviews. We had previously arrested this person and he served a total of about 5 years in prison. So he was released from prison in November 2020. So when we caught up with him, we questioned him how he is surviving, how he is making a living from prison until today. During the interviews, he confessed that he was committing offenses with different people, and he offered to make some indications from the houses where he stored the property and where he sold the property. He also confirmed that he was committing the offenses with the other guy. He's accused number 2, Philip Matia. We managed to recover about 14 televisions, 5 laptops, 2 deep freezers, 1 mattress, and the subwoofers, and several blankets. We encourage people to be very, very vigilant and to secure their properties, especially when they know that they are not available.
It was in April when I Zumuka made a Mawashmuka, which they know one of my doors in Africa. obva discover kuti TV yakaenda neDS yacho yakaenda. Ndakaenda kuzimia ndikamunika report. Ndakazongofunda kuti mapurisa. Then ndotoona vasungu vacho. So ndinoda kutenda mapurisa nebasa raari kuita.
Meanwhile, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe takes us through the newly gazetted SADC road signs.
In this traffic safety segment, we continue to discuss the traffic signs and signals that were gazetted in terms of SI 41 of 2016. We would like to continuously remind motorists and road users that these signs are going to run simultaneously with the old signs until 31 December 2025. Today, we've picked one of the diagrammatic signs that you are seeing in the background. The sign that you are seeing is called a traffic movement affected by obstruction sign. This sign is found on a white retroreflective background. The border and the block are in black retroreflective color. And as you can see, those arrows are black and the color that is used is black semi-matte. When a motorist identifies this sign, the motorist must understand that on the road ahead, they are going to come across an obstruction and they are also supposed to drive in the direction of the arrow. Let's move on to another new SADC sign. The sign that you are seeing in the background is called an additional lane sign and one of the diagrammatic signs. We located this sign at the road over rail as you enter Norton at the 40km peg Harare Bulawayo Road. As motorists drive past the road over rail bridge, they will be using two lanes which are going in the same direction towards Harare. This sign that you are seeing in the background is telling the motorists that the road is going to have an additional third lane which will allow traffic to turn left into Norton. Let's move on to another sign that was gazetted in terms of statutory instrument 41 of 2016. Lastly, let's look at another category of signs. These are called hazard marker signs. In Zimbabwe, we've gazetted 15 hazard marker signs. Let's look at one such sign. The sign that you are seeing in the background is called a danger plate sign. This sign is warning the road user of an obstruction or an alteration to the right or left of the roadway. We find such sign at bridges, at culverts, at shelves. Motorists must exercise extreme caution when they see such a sign, and they must ensure that they do not pull to the left or right of the road near such sign. We would like to also inform drivers of heavy vehicles that they must also be very careful when they pull off the road after such a sign, as some of the signs have been destroyed by trailers of heavy vehicles. This brings us to the end of our discussion on SADC signs this week. Let's watch out for another program as we continue to discuss the newly gazetted traffic signs and signals, which are uniform and meant to harmonize road signs and signals in the SADC region.
We are now in the third and final segment of Crime Watch. CID Wange is accounted for a fraudster who was fleecing business entities using a fake Visa card.
On the 11th of June 2021, Police Criminal Investigation Department Wange arrested a Harare man known as Brian Pedzisa, aged 39 years, from Chitungwiza Seke unit for fraud which occurred at the OK Wange, whereby the accused person approached OK management wanting to buy goods using a Visa card, and he was initially given a quotation
of the value of 4,349 US dollars, and they purchased the goods. After swiping the goods, police had been tipped and were around the OK supermarket as the accused person was loading his goods in a truck he had hired. The police pounced on him and he was arrested, and the goods were all recovered. We are appealing to members of the public, especially business entities, to be aware of such people, and once they come across such people wishing to purchase using Visa cards, they must always tip or advise the police so that verification of these people can be made, and then the business cannot be found losing their property and the goods from such unscrupulous criminals. And we urge all members of the public and the business entities to always advise the police when such suspicious people approach their businesses. What normally these criminals were found to be doing is that they use a foreign Visa card, which they then tamper with and remove the original chip and insert a local bank chip inside the Visa card, such that when you swipe, only the RTGS will be released from that card.
The corporate world continues to support police operations in various ways. Just recently, an international committee of the Red Cross, ICRC, donated 100 body bags and 11 cannons to be used by the ZRP Forensic Biology Unit.
These cameras, they will assist us to gather as much information as possible on the body, so as to make sure that we don't leave any stone unturned. So what I'm trying to get to is that when someone has been murdered or someone has been injured somehow, you will discover that there may be some bruises, there may be some body marks, there may be some body fluids that may be around the body of the deceased. So all that information needs to be captured by a high-resolution camera. And this Canon 800D is an example of such cameras, and we are very grateful to ICRC for this wonderful donation that they've done to us.
So we, the International Committee of the Red Cross, as you know, we stand very firmly by the sides of families of missing migrants. This is why, General, I'm very happy that the Zimbabwean police is willing to work with us to help these families.
In appreciating the services being offered by police in Bulawayo, ZN Solutions donated various items to Bulawayo Central District Headquarters and Suburban Districts.
The donation has come at the most opportune time when we needed it most. As we continue to fight the COVID-19 pandemic and to fight crime, our stakeholders have seen it fit to chip in and come up with this donation. For we cannot overcome these challenges alone. Thus, it is an open secret that donations of this magnitude will go a long way in ameliorating our challenges as police officers when we are performing our constitutional duties. For example, roadblocks assist the police officers, especially in these times of lockdown, to minimize movement of people. We need roadblocks to curtail movements. Currently, there is a law which says no intercity travel. You can only enforce that law when you are doing roadblocks. We appreciate that. We also recognize that it is important. That's why we decided to donate towards that area. It's an open secret that there is need for adequate lighting at a roadblock site. They are able to read the documents. They are able to identify the culprit. They are able to do some searches. They can also be protected from being run by motorists. If there is no adequate lighting, the accidents can occur at a roadblock site.
So after seeing that situation at the roadblock, I said, no guys, I'm going to assist you. They said, really? I said, yes, I'm coming back, I'll assist you. And I'm a woman of your words. Now I'm back. I am back here. I want to assist. Before Gwanda, we have to put some lights. So all these things, we are going to do it on Monday. The installation will be done. Our guys will be on the ground on Monday morning. They will start putting all the tower lights that we promised you, and the tower lights are here already. So I told my team that on Monday, you'll be working all those roadblocks, match binding, this one, Gwanda Road, all these that we promised, the 4 roadblocks. We are going to install because we bought the poles already, and we are putting permanent lights there. We are not putting something that is movable. We are putting poles that are permanent, so that those police officers could be able to ride, sing, using those lights. Someone who driving will see from my car that there's a police officer. Because without you guys, we are not safe. Even at home, even in town, we are not safe without police officers. We acknowledge you, we acknowledge the job that you do for the community and for the country. We know that some people won't acknowledge that, but us as Blessed Company and ZRP Solar Solutions, we acknowledge that great work that you do as police officers.
Before we come to the end of this week's episode, here are some of the people on the police wanted list. Sebastian Chinoyera, aged 33, of Farm Number 21, Makuni Division, Odzi, is wanted by Odzi Police for a rape case. Stephen Svanda, aged 39, of Zaranika Village, Chief Mashaya Mombe Mondoro, is wanted by Mubaira Police Station for a murder case. Lastly, Dominic Nyandoro, aged 39, of Mudzonga Village, Chief Negomo Chiweshe, is wanted by Chombira Police for a murder case. Anyone with information that may assist in the location of these people can contact any nearest police station or contact us on the following details. Our National Complaints Desk number is 0242 703 631. Visit our website www.zrp.gov.zw or email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. Alternatively, you can link with us on our Twitter handle @PoliceZimbabwe or like us on our Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Police. Be reminded that all Crime Watch episodes are accessible on our YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. From Agnes Mutetwa on the Sign Language Desk, the crew behind the scenes, and myself, pleasant viewing.